All right, so someone posted an article, white people keep the system going. Well, that's already racist because theoretically I'm white. I'm not Anglo-Saxon, I'll tell you that much. But, you know, what system am I keeping going? Who's keeping going? Or someone from Albania, what are they doing? You know, they're also white. It's bullshit. But what does it say? A system co-opts us through socialization, ego, and IRS to cause harm. IRS mindset behavior. I don't know what IRS mindset is. Superior, this and that. Our anger, self-righteousness fucks us over. We show up small and assholes. Then we're unable to accomplish anything, and the systems. I don't know who made this system up. Doesn't look like a system to me. But the bottom line is this: if you want to help these groups, if you want to help people that are at the bottom, if you want to help somebody, or if I needed help starting my business, what do I need? I don't need anybody feeling sorry for me or telling me this and that or change their emotions the way they work. Money. Where's the fucking money at, right? That's why the Africans were enslaved in this country for the love of money. I went to Thomas Jefferson's house. I saw how he lived. What were the slaves doing there? Making nails, working in the garden, right? Collecting ice from the river during winter, putting it in an ice storage so they could be used in summer. Labor. So Thomas Jefferson could sit there and read books and do this and do that. And that's really what it comes down to. People want labor, people want money. What this is, I don't even understand, but maybe someone else can enlighten you right here. Vlad, tell me something, man. Where am I going wrong?
I just think that's like a chart that just demonstrates systemic racism, and I feel like that's basically how white people are holding themselves accountable for the actions that they've done over the last 400 years. I mean, African Americans have suffered for literally 400 years of going through all this, and I feel like this is something that they're using to kind of see the problems that they've contributed to the problems. So, but ultimately, I feel like they need to be held more accountable. They need to look in with themselves and see what it is that they're doing, how they're contributing to the system, and start somewhere. I feel like that's something that's going to help.
Veronica?
Yeah, I mean, I think that definitely the white community should be held accountable for their actions. I understand that, obviously, like, they themselves didn't build the system, but I think it's really up to them to, change their actions, be a little bit more conscious. I can't change someone's, perspective of a specific community, but, maybe being conscious of like what you're doing on your day-to-day. I think the biggest thing definitely is, with all this stuff going on in the past couple of weeks, of course, like the Black Lives Matter movement, a lot of people are like, Blue Lives Matter, all this stuff, whatever, trying to counteract that. All lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter. And I think that a lot of companies have been, trying to contribute to the movements by making large donations, putting stuff on their social media. Right now it's just a trend. It's like hashtag Black Lives Matter. They're putting on posts, they're putting black squares, they're doing all these things. And it's like, what are they going to continue to do after all this stuff kind of, rolls over?
Not a lot.
Yeah, they're not going to really do anything. Right now they're just trying to keep their clients, or like, how can we keep the black community to keep spending money with us by contributing to this movement, because that's the trend going on right now. I agree with Max. I think that there should be more money being invested in these communities, but on a continuous basis. It can't just be, all right, like for, June, July, August, we're going to do, X, Y, Z, and then all of a sudden...
Every shooting is when they start putting new people, that's when they invest, like whenever there's a shooting.
Yeah, I mean, when something big happens, with all that stuff with George Floyd, I mean, it's unfortunate what happens, and, I'm glad that this, people have had the time, because they've been, a lot of people have been unemployed, and that's also unfortunate, but they've had the time to pour into supporting this movement. It's long overdue. I hope to see continuous changes, maybe some change in legislation. People are fighting for that. But I think it definitely starts with money, changing these wages that these people are getting paid. Most of these communities are not getting, they're getting low wages, or they're, right now they're not working, and, they're dealing with unemployment, with the $600, and, they're not going to give them that this, as of this weekend. So that's a whole ordeal. But let's see what's going to happen. But I'm trying to remain positive. Can't change everyone's mind, can't make someone, not racist. But I think that it's a human rights issue, right? Like, we're all human beings, we should all be treated the same, and it's really up to the white community to support that.
I'll tell you what it is. I mean, instead of making it white community and this and that, just start a federal investment program, investing in developing housing, give the people working on that $50 an hour jobs, give them a chance to make money and own a home, stabilize their lives, give them good neighborhoods so the people that want to get out of the bullshit, they could get out of it and they have a chance to make progress. It's so simple, it's so profitable for the nation, but you know, you gotta have sense to do that, but nobody does, so stop talking, Boris, you can take over. Final word.
So I'm just gonna, I know a lot of people don't like this kind of stuff, but I'm gonna throw a little identity politics into the mix. So a personal story about me, I'm mixed race. I'm half Sephardic Jewish and I'm half white, quote unquote, white Russian. My mom's Russian, my dad's a dark man, you know, he's not black, but he's a dark Persian, Arab looking guy. So I'm a little mixed. So when I was little, I remember a time where me and my mom were walking down the block and a Russian guy, a white Russian guy, walks up to us and he basically looks at me and looks at my mom and he basically asked my mom, hey, are you babysitting? Is this your kid? And I'm like, and I was like surprised, and you know, and then later on I internalized it. So there, you know, I bet this white guy wasn't really, I don't know if he was racist or not. I'm not judging him, but the way I look at racism and the way I look at systemic racism is the little cues, little things that happened to me as a little kid that I could empathize with somebody who's black, Spanish, where, you know, you might not think you're saying something that is impacting the person or the way you look at somebody or the way you act towards somebody, but it does. And it does because that person realizes, hey, I am different. You know, I am different than what I see on TV, than what I see in boardrooms, than what I see here and there. So, you know, that's the way I just brought in a little identity, my own identity into it, but that's how I empathize with this sort of movement to try to educate, you know, white people sort of about different cues, different social things that they might not realize, but it impacts other people. So that's what I would have to say.
Invest, invest, invest.